morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you shall find your practice. Hello, my beautiful dolls, my fellow yogis. What's going on? Sorry I'm late. I overslept. I'm so bad. I went out last night to celebrate a birthday party, which I haven't been out in a Friday night in a very long time with my old lady self and had a great time and just did not want to get up. I was golfing. Had a good time though. All right, my beautiful people. Let me move my stuff to the side. If you catch me on the replay, I appreciate it. Sorry for the confusion. Hopefully, this setup is good. Just try to declutter the light in the background. I'm trying to move myself in different positions in this place. See if it works out. So today we are working on flexibility. So I hope you guys are ready. I have my water. I also have my I have water. I have blocks. If you need a blanket, go ahead and grab one. I think I have one over here. Pillows too by me. So whatever you need. We're working on flexibility, getting deeper into our stretches today. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. I appreciate it. My lives are getting more streamed. Thank you. Appreciate it. I like going live. I don't mind going live. So I'm going to be sitting on a blanket because my hips are tight. I've been doing crazy yoga for the past weeks, working on handstands and crow pose, the crane pose, pushing my body up, doing the most. Sitting up on my sit bones here. Sitting, have a blanket underneath my bottom, sitting on my up bones, making sure everything's together. About to check my setting real quick. Because the flag man told me that I am live. Making sure YouTube is looking good. Sitting here, go ahead and rest your body, rest your eyes if need to be. I don't mind. Go ahead and rest your body. Here we go. And go ahead and just breathe. Hands on my knees, eyes closed, shoulders roll back. Go ahead, just get into your body. Go ahead and do a natural roll, rolling my head. One way I'm going that way, which is to the left. And go ahead and roll your neck to the right. Just breathe. Oh, getting myself together. Rolling your head back to the left, to the left, to the left. And then change your direction, rolling your neck to the right, to the right. Go ahead, bring your forehead looking up to the sky, pushing your chest forward, doing a cat-cow sit here. And then exhale, switching your direction of your chin, tucking your chin into your neck, bringing your belly in, rounding your back. Inhale, pushing your chest forward, pulling your forehead up to the sky. Exhale, switching directions, chin into chest. One more time. Inhale, head up. Exhale, round. Inhale, making it neutral. Go ahead and roll those chakras here. Your middle torso. Waking them up. Getting them together. Feeding the body what it needs. Oh. Making sure you have water. You have blocks. I have my strap. I'm a little tight in my hips. Today, and I'm thirsty. Put both hands onto the ground. Take your lovely right hand, bring it up. Take your right up to the sky, left to the ground, and go ahead, bring it over towards your left. If you can, have the gaze range of motions. Turn your head up to the sky. If not, you can just keep your head neutral, looking at me. Ting. Go ahead, switch directions, dropping down that right, bring it up that left, Bringing left over to the right, stretching that side. Exhale, bring it up. Bring both hands up. Bring your hands forward in any amount, tucking your chin into your chest. Waking up the body. Waking up, moving some of that fascia. The whole body is full with fascia. Waking up the whole body, just cracking anything. Activating your body. Rolling yourself forward. Rolling yourself back. Inhale, bringing both hands up to the sky. Palms facing each other. Little baby back bend. And bring your hands past your ears. Exhale, fold forward in any amount. Now inhale, chin into the chest here. Go ahead, roll your body back. Roll your shoulders back. Roll your shoulders forward. Inhale, bringing that right hand up to the sky. To the side again, to the left. Exhale, switching directions, dropping that right, bringing that left all the way over to the right. Feeling good in the neighborhood. Bringing both hands up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward in any amount, tucking that chin into the chest. Exhale, roll it back up, both hands up to the sky, taking that right hand to that left knee, taking that left hand behind you, twisting in their direction to the left. Now take that left hand behind you and bring it over to your right, twisting in every way. Exhale, dropping down. Inhale, taking that right hand back to the right side, taking that left hand to that right knee, taking that right hand behind you, twisting to the side here. We're just waking the body up, bringing movement. Take that right hand behind you, bring it over to your left here. Ooh, feeling that lovely twist. Exhale, dropping it down. Bring both hands up to the sky and dropping back to your knees. Go ahead and stretch out both legs for me. And do a nice little yogi twist here. Shaking that leg, tapping on that foot. Bringing life into that. Go ahead, point your toes away. Point your toes to yourself. Point your feet away from the body. Point your feet to yourself. Go ahead and do a wiggle with your toesy. Go ahead, roll those ankles. Roll those lovely ankles. Point your feet away. Point them to yourself. Wiggle your toes. Point your feet away. Point them to yourself. Wiggle your toes. Go ahead, bring both feet together and let's get started. We're going to hold this lovely pose. Going to be in butterfly pose, bringing both feet together, holding it here. Sitting up on your sit bones. If this is tight, like I said, you can have a blanket like I have underneath yourself. You can have blocks underneath your knees. We're going to hold this for a little bit, about 3 to 5 minutes to really open up our hips here. So make yourself comfortable. We're going to work on our flexibility. Like I said, flexibility is ability to change or to be changed easily according to that situation. So in our situation, we're going to focus on bringing more flexibility in certain muscles. Sometimes we're tight in our hips, and sometimes we're tight in our hips because our knees are actually weak, or low back. Like there's other things that go with our flexibility. And with flexibility, sometimes you have to do some more yin to your yang. So yang is usually the active poses that we do in yoga, and yin is like the passive stretching that we do. You know, after we bring heat into our body, we can use that heat to help us get more flexibility in our body. So holding this for a long time, I'm going to gap through, because sometimes it can be very uncomfortable, especially if you're not used to holding poses like this for a long time. But it does help, bringing more, taking those nice tight muscles and helping them to unravel a little bit, to open up those lovely hips. You're just holding it here. Now, don't flap your wings, just hold your wings in a position. And just breathe. And if you are with me, thank you for joining me. If not, you can catch me on the lovely replay. You always have that option. Always have that option. Don't mind me. Just breathe. Listening to the lovely birds behind me. My wind chime. I hear. Sounds good to me. Love that noise. How are you guys doing? Happy August. August is flexibility month. I know I'm excited. I go on vacation in 2 days. I'm going to the beach. So I'll probably go on live when I'm at the beach. Or record myself. I probably either I'm going to record a video or I'm going to go live. We'll see. Ursula hasn't made a decision yet. She has not. I can talk to myself in third person like my grandniece. She always talked to herself in third person. I could crack me up that whole thing. Just be talking to herself in third person. And be like, no, baby, you need to say I and me. She'll say it, and she'll go right back to talking to herself in third person. I'm like, child, okay. Go ahead, bring both knees together. Go ahead, straighten out those legs. Go ahead and just rotate yourself from side to side, especially if you're like, ooh, I can feel it. Yeah. We're going to go plant both feet into the ground here and just gently twisting from side to side with, your body, with your knees, just twisting. Ooh, yeah. Something, huh? Gently twist it. And we're going to go and straighten those legs out. We're going to go into a nice fourfold since we're down here. If you want, you could take a block underneath your knees if you need to be, or take a yoga strap. I'm going to actually use my strap right now because my hips are tight today. Some days are good days, some days are bad days. Hey, I've been doing this for 26 years, and sometimes my hips are tight. Sometimes I need a little recovery. So I got my feet straight, my yoga strap. I'm just going to go full for it in any amount, making this more of a heart opener to rounding our back. So we're going to just focus on giving love and life to each other at the moment. And just breathe. How are you guys doing today? I am doing fabulous. I hope you're having a beautiful August. Hopefully the weather's not too crazy for you. It's hot. I think it's supposed to be hot today. Today, later on tonight, I'm supposed to go to an event tonight. I'm so excited. I'm going to Bear and Flow with a couple people, um, which is nice. It's get to see different vendors, different beer vendors coming in town. Going to a concert. I think we're supposed to be going to the late night thing too. We'll see. We'll see. And I still got to pack for this trip. I got some of my stuff together. I got to pack my suitcase. Gotta pack it. Gotta pack. I'm like, Part of me is like, And get my suitcase together and have my list. Thank goodness for a list. I didn't have one. I've been lost. I don't think I need anything. I definitely don't feel like going to the store. And just breathe. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm surprised I'm still hearing the birds singing. I figured they'd be hot. And if you want to, you can go ahead and ground yourself in your hips. And if you like to, you can begin to roll your back now. Bringing your chin into your chest and just breathing, using that lovely yoga breath. Just deep breath in, breathing in through your nose, exhaling from your nose. And just make sure you're active in your practice. What I mean is make sure you're aware. Make sure you're not drifting off. You're just focusing on melting the body, getting deeper, deeper in your poses. Maybe you're able to grab your toes or reach your feet. That's the goal. We're trying to touch your toes. Right, trying to touch them, maybe grab underneath. You know, you want to get real underneath your feet. And you want to be that flexible, right? Right. Wink, wink. Just breathe. I'm checking in the studio, making sure everything is going well. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Ting! All right, gently pull yourself up. Go ahead if you have your block removed. Plant both feet into the ground. And go ahead and move your hips from side to side again. Plant your feet and do that lovely twist again. As we shift ourselves onto our hands and knees, make sure your knees underneath your hips underneath your shoulders. Let's go ahead and introduce some cat cows. We're going to stop in tabletop position, neutral position, feet, yogi's choice, flat down to the ground, or you can have them tuck, whatever you prefer. I'm going to have mine tucked so I can open up my toes here. So we're going to drop our belly, bringing our forehead up to the sky for cow pose. And then on the exhale, we're going to shift our body, bringing our belly in, tucking our chin to our chest, bringing down our butt, squeezing our butt in, rounding our back for cat. Go ahead, drop the belly on the inhale, bringing your tailbone up to the side, forehead up to the sky. Exhale, switching position. Deep breath in, inhale up. Exhale, rounding our back. One more time. Inhale, deep breath up. Exhale, switching, switching. Inhale, head up. Exhale, switching, switching. All right, having our feet tucked. Let's get some flexibility into our hips more, into our lower body. So we're going to take that right foot behind us, bend that knee, open up the hip, looking in the same direction as your knee. Go ahead, straighten it back out. Taking that right foot, bringing it in between your hands here, and stretching out your left foot. So we're going to go here and pigeon pose. So beginners in pigeon. So this might be your pigeon. Having your, this could be it. You're like, oh, I can't pop down. Make sure you put some blocks underneath your hips to lift you up. Place a block, and you can also place a block behind on your thigh too, if it's very unruly and uncomfortable. So you're in pigeon, and this is too intense for you, and you don't like it. It's hurt way too much. You can do modification pigeon on your back, where you're laying on your back and you're just bringing your right foot onto your left and bringing that left knee into the chest. So that's our modification for pigeon pose. Those of you who want to challenge, go ahead, open up your feet, sitting in between your hips. Let's see if you can do your blocks. Gently lowering your body down. I'm going to hold this here for a minute. So make yourself as comfortable as ever. I'm going to place a block on my forehead. There we go. Open up my third eye. Oh, yes. Nice and comfortable and just breathe. You open up your thighs back here. Open up all the muscles back here. Also open up the muscles in your thighs on your left and your right are both working. Graceful here. Just breathe. You have your toes flat down onto the ground here. Forehead to the ground. Just breathe. Open up everything down here on the lower side. It can be intense. It can be uncomfortable. Where you're like, oh my God, what is this? Like I said, if you do have your blocks, you can bring your body up and just rest your elbows if you want to and use your blocks. Go ahead. Please do any modification you need to make yourself comfortable. And when certain parts start tingling or something feel uncomfortable, please make your adjustment. This is your practice. I'm making suggestions, but you take action for what's going on within your body. Please be mindful. I always tell people, make space for yourself. If something don't look right, something don't feel right, it is okay to adjust. Like I said, your right leg should look like a number 7, and your left leg should be stretching behind you. So long number 7 here. Just breathe. All right, my beautiful people. So we're going to get out of this. I'm going to tuck. The fun way is to tuck your left toe down, lifting up your left knee. Go ahead and taking that right foot behind you, stretching it all the way up to the sky. Put a little bend in that knee. And go ahead and rotate that hip. Drop it down to the ground. You should be in downward facing dog. Go ahead now, drop down to your knees. For a second, yogi restretch. I won't beat you up that much. I promise. I'll be kind today. So we're going to take that left leg, go ahead, stretch it out, bend that knee, open up that hip, look in that direction. Hold me here. Go ahead, straighten that left leg out. Taking that left in between your hands. Go ahead and stretch out that right. Tight right here. Go ahead, take that. Like I said, this is too much modification. Laying on your back. Taking that right foot, not the right side, taking that left foot across on the right. And just bringing that right knee into your chest. And that's the modification for pigeon pose. Got the full expression of the pose. And not the full, but one variation. You have your left foot forward, right leg all the way back. Having your left leg like a number 7. You can have it straight or you can have it close to your hips, where however Your hips are open. Like I said, you can also place blocks in certain places. Place the block underneath your left hip. Pop it up here to get comfortable. And placing the block underneath your right thigh. And go ahead, get comfortable in this pose. Don't forget to breathe. Yogi smile. Ting. You will notice which side is tighter, which side is looser. I think this one is my looser side. I feel a little crooked. Making some adjustments on dang so. Hot dogs and hamburgers. Oh yeah. There we go. Stretching both legs. You definitely should feel it. If you don't feel it, I'll come through the camera and help you feel it. Don't forget to breathe. We are breathing. Just breathe. Just breathe. Listening to Mother Nature, unraveling our muscles and let the muscles just melt into the ground here. My third eye activated here on the block. Just release it. Any tension. Just breathe. Unravel every little thing. All right. So we're going to lift our beautiful bodies up here, tuck our right toe into the ground, lifting up on our knee, going into a lovely three-legged dog, bringing that left foot up to the sky, bending that knee. Go ahead and do a nice little circle. Oh, dropping that foot down. Should be in downward facing dog. Go ahead, shift your hips back and drop down to your knees. And let's all reset. Toes together, touch into child's pose. Bring your feet together, best who's able to. You are welcome to place a blanket underneath your knees. Your knees are tight. Bringing both hands in front, bringing the forehead down to the ground, which we are doing the active child pose for a second here. Just stretching everything out. Go ahead, bring your elbows close to your body. Ball up your fist on top of fist, forehead on your fist. A nice recovery child's pose here. Go ahead and round that back. Dropping that belly onto the ground here. Knees same size as yoga mat, toes to touch. Just breathe. Go ahead and stretch out those lovely hands. Bring the forehead down to the ground. Go ahead and just lift up on your hips. Bring your knees underneath your body here. Bring your knees in alignment underneath your hips here. We're going to go into puppy pose. We're going to bring on our knees, drop down our belly, stretch out our hands. Bring our forehead to the ground. Make some room for yourself. Into puppy pose. So your top half of your body is onto the ground, to forehead, tailbone up to the sky. Holding her, straighten up both hands. Dropping that belly to the ground. Go ahead, shift those hips forward, dropping your belly to the ground. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders here. Go ahead, we're in Sphinx pose here. And holding it here. Making sure you're not squeezing your butt, but your butt is a little loose. On here out for a second. All right, go ahead, tuck those toes down, bring your hands underneath your chest, lift on up, push yourself up onto your hands and knees. Go ahead, sit for me. We are going to do straddle pose. Now first, we're going to sit up and open our toes up here for a second. So having your toes down, sitting on your heels. If this is intense, you can sit on your butt, but I kind of want you to open up your toes here. We're just going to sit here for a second, not too long because it could be very uncomfortable. We're just opening up our toes. So we're just having our toes spin in a different direction. If it's too much, you can go ahead and prop a block underneath and just sit for a second. with your toes. It'll be definitely uncomfortable because we're opening up our toes and our feet, making them flexible. All right, so we're going to take our feet, bring them down to the ground, toes to touch, knees same size as a yoga mat. So we're doing straddle pose. So I'm sitting on my sit bone. Like I said, if it's too much for you, too intense, you can also welcome to sit on your bum. For modification, your knees crisscross applesauce or your legs straight. And we're just gently going to, like I said, you can also sit on the block. This is the beginner pose for straddle, just sitting here. Bring your hands behind you. Fingertips point in the same direction, or if you're more flexible, you can place your hands back, whatever's comfortable for you. But if you can make it to the ground, all the way down, you can rest on your elbows, or you can make it to the ground, making sure you have a little, you know, flexibility in your spine here, popping your chest up to the sky. And just breathe here, palms facing up or palms. You can have your hands go. You can have your hands you know, what the heck is this called? Why did I say golf? I don't mean to say golf. Yeah, no, golf post. Yeah, I was right. We don't know where I was going with my mind. Just breathe here. So we're getting that nice flexibility in our spine and in our lower back, and definitely open up our thighs here. Open up our thighs deeply. Just breathe. Ooh, like I said, if there's a little bit too much, you can place a block underneath if you need to be. And nice and comfortable in straddle pose. It can be a little intense. We'll definitely open up our thighs here. Just breathe. How are you doing today? As we have a full conversation while I'm doing like a little back bend here. Doing well, doing well. Trying to do some laundry. Oh, boy. I'm surprised my family's not calling me. They usually be, hey, how are you? What you doing? You teaching yoga? I see that you have a posted online if you're teaching yoga. Are you busy? That's what they usually do. Especially when I taught every Saturday morning on my Saturday class. Didn't fail. My parents will call me like, hey, what you doing? I teach yoga at 9 o'clock in the morning at the studio. Or did teach yoga. Did. I'm retired from that place. I have an event coming up in September too. So, which is nice. I am enjoying my little break. I actually been doing stuff with my family and friends, so it actually is nice. We will definitely get back into studio life again, because I do miss everybody. But my students have followed me, so they're on my socials, and I appreciate them definitely watching my classes and stuff and giving me shout outs. I've been definitely very thankful for that too. Building naturally an audience online too, so which is nice. But I do like to be in person with people, see people's faces, and interact. So that's always a beautiful thing. My thighs are like going pew 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 pew. Like I'm feeling it. I'm like, oh, my calves are very tight. I was lifting weights too for the past couple days. Lifting weights, doing headstands. Yeah, I've been doing crazy stuff. I've been lifting weights more, getting heavier in my weightlifting because I'm trying to, lady over my age, I'm just trying to lose some more of this weight in the middle. So I suggest the trainer suggests, heavy lifting, which I have been doing. Definitely more heavy lifting. Oh, I definitely am doing it. So we're going to gently bring ourselves back up. Go ahead, stretch your body forward. Woo, lift yourself. Oh, did you hear that? I can hear that. Oh my God. Ooh, tucking my toes down. Ooh, I'm gonna do a little shake. Shake my low half. Oh my God. That is everything. That is life. I felt that. Rolling my hips in one direction, rolling in the opposite direction. I mean, my thighs are like, girl. I'm just gonna gently. We're gonna sit on our bums for a second and just put our feet, legs forward for a second as Miss Ursula recuperate from that. Oh my God. I felt every inch of that. I point your toes away, shake out your legs. Boy, I felt every inch of that. Oh my God. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out how to counteract that. Oh, I'm gonna just go forward here for a second. Oh my. Hips, thighs, face, action. Oh my goodness. You see, I got my whole face. Oh, my whole face is like feeling some kind of way. I'm feeling some kind of way. I'm angry at myself. I'm gonna take myself out. Me and myself are beefing. Oh, me and myself are beefing right now. Oh, all right. Stretch out those legs here. Shake them out. Check the little yogi water break. Oh, we beefing. Me and my body's gonna be beefing now. Mm. Just rolling my hips from side to side. I'm about to fight myself. People say, girl, what you doing? Yeah. All right, gently go back to your hands and knees. Let's stretch out our shoulders. As I already beat up our legs. So let's stretch out our shoulders here. We're just going to go into spider pose. All right, honey, we're going to have to move you, girl. Let's move you down here, baby girl. Moving honey out the way. Let's go ahead and go on our lovely bellies here. Bringing our fingers out to the side. A little tent in our fingers. Lifting up the top half. We are in spider pose. Holding in here. Opening up our shoulders. Gently lowering down to the ground. We're going to go into fallen angel. So this is very intense. Lay on your belly here. Bring your hands out to a lovely letter T. We are going to start on that side because I got range. So we're going to lay on our bellies. We're going to roll our body to the left side of our body. So we're going to take our right hand, bring it into a tent here. Take our left hand straight and just roll her whole body back behind us to the left. So your feet should be on top of each other here. Then we're going to take our top leg here, which should be our right leg. We can bring it behind our left and have our right foot behind our left leg and having our left leg straight. And you should definitely feel it in your shoulders. So here is this fallen angel. Oi. Definitely feeling my shoulders from lifting weights. Oh my God. This class is killing me. We're going to hold it here for a little bit. I'm going to have to fight myself. I really do. I'm opening up everything. Everything is sore. I'm definitely going to have to take something after this. Open up all my meridians. Oh my God, I'm feeling everything. Twice. It's a good thing. Release some of that tension, that pressure, that, dare I say, a little bit of pain. Just everything's tight from lifting weights. I usually do about, like, after I lift weights, I usually do a little bit of yoga, like for 15 minutes afterwards. So no, heavy lifting is definitely, try to make sure, me get some of that and block it out. Maybe I should increase it for like 20. But it feels good. It's not like pain hurting, it's pain like a relief for me. Because I'm like, oh my God, this is a relief. Like I feel it. It's so my back's like, oh yeah. My shoulders like, yeah, you need to do this, girl. Like my eyes are like closed. I'm like in euphoria. Because it's like, and that's where you have to be too with your flexibility. You might feel like a little bit of pain, but make sure the pain is comfortable. It's not like, oh my God, it's a naggy pain. It's like a pain of relief. Like, oh my God, it's like getting a nice deep massage, and you're like, oh, oh, and then all of a sudden you feel something unblock. Like I feel something unblock. It feels so freaking good. I'm like, oh, my shoulders, like, yes, yes. Are we still doing that, or am I just the only one still doing that? Probably just me. Can't see the time because my watch is over there. All right, we're going to release. Bring yourself back to your belly. Back onto that belly. Still have your hand stretched out. Back out to that lovely letter T. Go ahead, twist your body. So you take our left hand to our left side here. Bring it like a little tent here, and we're just switching our body to the right. So right leg straight. Taking that top leg, so you should be legs on top of each other. Taking that left leg behind us. And just open up our shoulders. Oh, yeah. Feeling it. Oh, it's like a nice relief. Like, oh my God. Everything. It feels fabulous. I'm like in heaven right now. Mm. Like I said, if you don't want to have your feet down, you can leave your feet to the side like that. Always modification for this pose. So now I'm going to grab my leg. I'm like, doing that. But no, we're not going to do that. Boy, my shoulders are so tight. Just breathe. I know it can get a little bit intense. Kind to your body. This will help you get deeper in some of your poses with your hands. Just breathe. I feel so freaking good. Oh my goodness, heaven right now. You see my feet? I'm so happy. My feet is like happy dance. So happy dance with my feet. I love this place. Oh, I'm a happy dance because I feel the relief on my shoulders, like everything's popping open, and it feels so good. It feels good. Yeah. Go ahead, roll to your belly. Oh, arm should be like, what the? Bringing your elbows underneath you. Go ahead, lift up off the belt, off your belly here. Go ahead into cat cow. Let's do a little yoga roll. Yeah, just stretching everything out. Oh, go ahead and let's sit on our bums. We're gonna roll out our wrists here for a second. Go ahead, roll your elbows. Your elbows. Roll your wrists one way, roll your wrists opposite way. Go ahead, stretch out your arms. Wiggle your fingers. Bring a little life because that was intense. Roll your shoulders one way. Roll your shoulders a different way. And let's breathe. Roll your shoulders. All right. Let's go ahead, twist our body out, shake everything out. Take your right hand, right, sorry, your other right. Take your right hand, turn your palm facing up, grab your finger, go ahead and just bring your fingers to yourself. Do that to the opposite side. Take your left hand, bringing your palms down, stretching your fingers out. So stretching out your right hand, grabbing your palms here. All right, one more time onto our hands and knees. Go ahead and we're going to do our palms. We're going to reverse our palms for our cat cow. So we're going to take our palms and turn it to the position towards our body here. Open your fingers here, making sure your hands are still shoulder width apart. And we're just stretching out the muscles here in our forearms. Intense. I'm feeling a different way. Go ahead, switch that around, shake out your arms, and let's get comfortable. So I'm going to put this on my spine. So I'm just taking my blanket, rolling it up, having it folded as we bring it down into Savasana. I'm going to put my spine on this bad boy. You don't have to, you can just lay on down if you want to, but for me, that's what my body wants. I'm just putting my spine on my blanket here, having your legs straight, bring it down to Savasana. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm in heaven. I'm Lay here for a second in our Savasana. Go ahead and close your eyes. Get nice and comfortable in your body. Oh, just breathe here, letting everything go in your Savasana. Dead man's horse pose. If you drift away, it's quite all right. Next week when we do our flexibility, next week when we do flexibility, we'll probably work on our splits. So open up our hamstrings and open up our hips so we can get deeper in certain poses going forward. You know, say if we do a little full fold, get deeper into it. So maybe for next week. Just breathe. Plant your left foot in the mat, plant your right foot in the mat. Go ahead and gently windshield wiper your knees from side to side, taking heel tap. And go ahead and drop your knees to one side, bringing your knees into your chest. Doesn't matter what side you're on. Taking that. I am actually on my left side here. I have my left hand above my head, my right hand in front of me in a nice position here. I'm going to gently lift myself up one vertebra at a time. Get nice and comfortable. Switching directions on my feet. Sitting in easy pose. Rolling my shoulders back. Oh. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, sigh out. Two more times. Inhale. Exhale, sigh out. One more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, sigh out. Bringing both hands up to the sky. Palms facing each other. Hands bringing down to our heart center. And we say namaste. Namaste is an East Indian Sanskrit, which I'm going to touch my third eye as we link ourselves into our practice, being one with each other. As we say, namaste is an East Indian Sanskrit, which means the God in me bows down and honor the God in you. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. And I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Namaste. Have a beautiful Saturday. Enjoy yourself. And I will see you in the next video. So I don't know if it's going to be live or recorded. We'll see. You know, sometimes I'm like, I'm going to record. And I'm like, no, let's go live. Be with the people. All right, my beautiful people. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Peace. If I can find the buttons. Mwah. Yes, we're going to